Randy, first of all, let me make this point.
Right.
I want to plead with the members of parliament from our side, from the NDC side, and general communicators that we should be very, very circumspect in our language. I've seen very hard commentary, attacks on the speaker and parliament as an institution. I would like to plead with people that everybody should calm down. Randy, whether you like the speaker or not, and I disagree with him on a lot of issues, that institution of the speaker's office must be respected. And I'll plead with everybody making commentary on this issue to be circumspect. Randy, whether you like it or not, he's going to be the speaker until midnight of 7th. And Randy, you'll be...
excuse me, I mean, a member of your caucus or group has stated that they're going to take steps to impeach the speaker.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm making my commentary. I'm saying that everybody...
So that member was speaking out
no,
of...
don't take me out of context.
No, I'm not.
I'm just appealing.
No, he says that they're going to take steps to impeach the speaker.
I'm appealing.
Is that who said that? Who said that?
TK Hammond.
Katie
Hammond. TK.
He said what?
Randy.
That they will take steps to impeach the speaker.
I'm appealing.
Yes,
I'm appealing to members from our side and from the minority side that we should be circumspect in our language. Randy, anybody who thinks we can do things in the House without the cooperation of the speaker will be kidding. So no matter what the situation is, I think his office must be respected. That is my first point. Number two, Ankwesi talked about this argument about minority and majority and the fact that the speakers ruling at the time did not declare the NPP as a majority. I think, Ankwesi, we've gone past that discussion. The fact that Secheyi Mensah-Bonsu was referred to as the majority leader and leader of government business is a clear indication of the speaker's decision on the day. Indeed, when you are declared majority, standing orders makes it possible for you to chair committees. The fact that the NPP side continues to chair committees is an indication of the verdict by the speaker as to who is the minority and the majority in parliament. I think that we've crossed that particular stage, respectfully. Now, Ankwesi drew a very interesting analogy about the speaker, the first deputy speaker, and the second deputy speaker. And the fact that by convention, the two deputy speakers are reserved for both political parties. Normally, majority takes one, minority takes one. My understanding is that as we sit now, the second deputy speaker is an independent member of parliament. That's my understanding. That as we speak now, in this 8th parliament, he is an independent member of parliament.
But hasn't he at the outset of parliament, did he not opt?
He decided, so he had an option to decide who he wants to work with. That does not make him an NPP MP. That's my understanding. So my understanding is that still we have a first deputy speaker who is NPP and a second deputy speaker who is an independent member of parliament who has opted to work with the majority NPP. That's my understanding. So I don't think
maybe the NDC was wrong.
Okay, so I don't
accepting.
Yes. So my point is that
accepting this consensus position.
Because my point is that I believe that the convention
have contested the decision.
Yeah, my point is that the convention has not been broken. To have two people from the same political party or who are in parliament on
but is it not I was going to ask if you were not stupid. Is it not ridiculous that in one breath a person joins a political party to enable them form the majority, then that same person turns around to say, I am independent, I'm a different political party, I deserve to hold the position of second deputy speaker, which is reserved for the party other than the same party have gone to join to enable them have a majority.
Randy,
That's ridiculous.
But what if the independent candidate had opted to work with the NDC?
Yes, then in the same breath, if, for example, then the NDC could not have had first deputy and second deputy. That's the argument I'm making.
Okay, but I'm saying that my understanding is that he still remains an independent member of parliament, at least for the life.
No, you don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're eating your cake and having it. In one breath, I am independent. That distinction gives me the right to occupy the seat of second deputy. However, in determining who forms a majority caucus, I've opted to go with this particular group to enable them become the majority.
Yeah.
And by virtue of that, they take their first deputy. And then I then leave them and become second deputy. But in any case, it was the Honorable Muntaka who even nominated him.
Yeah, who nominated him.
On the basis of that so-called
Consensus.
and understanding they are reached.
And then, Randy, I've also read and listened to very seasoned lawyers about the Supreme Court, the predictability of the outcomes of the Supreme Court's rulings. Randy, I'm not a lawyer, but I know that we go to court, evidence is the order of the day in court. In this particular case, Uncle says anybody he spoke to was of the view that the Supreme Court was going to give this particular type of decision. But my understanding is that even the Speaker did not put in a defense. Randy, is that the case? The Speaker did not come with a written defense.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
In the substantive matter.
In the substantive matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
But having decided, that's the Speaker, that the court had no jurisdiction to hear the matter, how was he going to put up a...
No, because in the issue of jurisdiction, yesterday I was in the Supreme Court. The 5-2 was in relation to jurisdiction. In fact, the two people dissented was in the area of jurisdiction. My understanding, I'm not a lawyer, but my understanding is that the other relief that was sought by the plaintiff, it was a 5-0.
7-0.
7-0. That's my understanding. Because when the Chief Justice was pronouncing her ruling, all she said was that in the matter of jurisdiction, two people dissented. So even with that, with regards to jurisdiction, it was a 5-2 decision.
It cannot be.
That's what the CJ announced.
That's what the CJ announced.
But then that makes it even stranger.
That's what the CJ announced.
Because if you have no jurisdiction, how then do you produce?
No. 5-2.
No, 5-2
in favor.
So two dissented.
Two dissented.
Yes, I'm saying that for the two who dissented, who said that they had no jurisdiction, how can you then say that you have no jurisdiction and still proceed, to make a finding, to make a ruling?
Let's see the ruling. When the fine details come.
Let's see.
When the fine details come, I think we will. So, Randy, obviously, if you ask anybody what the decision of the Supreme Court will be, it's quite obvious. When the person who's supposed to defend did not even file to defend.
But that is also not true.
Oh, that is it.
Oh, no,
On the substantive case.
Yeah, are you suggesting that when a person goes to court on the issue of interpretation of the Constitution, a person goes to court, you don't even need somebody to, if a defense is not filed, it is up to the justices of the Supreme Court to ascertain the soundness.
Randy, I get you. I'm trying to make a point. I'm not a lawyer.
Yes,
I'm trying to.
It doesn't matter whether.
Yes, I'm trying to. Uncle Kwesi's point about anybody acts pointed to the view that this is what the Supreme Court is going to say. I'm saying that Randy, when somebody goes to court and you are given an opportunity to defend yourself and you don't even defend yourself, how is where are you going to? Where do you expect the judgment to go?
Yeah, but in the Constitution, for constitutional interpretation, it doesn't matter that.
Even for criminal offences.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
even
that.
for criminal offences.
Well,
the
I'm not a
court
lawyer.
has a responsibility to be fair.
Because when you look at the
whether
reasons,
or not you make pleadings or not.
you see, why you have reasons is that otherwise, going by your logic, all the Supreme Court would have said was that because the other side did not put up a defense, so the arguments of the plaintiff is sustained.
Understand?
They will go into everything.
They'll go into everything.
They'll give reasons why they agree and disagree. It doesn't matter that the other side.
Randy, I yield to it. I yield to your superior argument. But Randy, I'm not a lawyer. I don't intend to go into the legalities of the matter. Randy, I believe very strongly that there are too many intelligent people in the chamber to bring cool heads to bear. I believe very strongly. That Mr. Fenyomakin, that I know, Ato Forsen, that I know, the leadership of both sides that I know, the kind of relationship that they share in the house, even with the speaker, in spite of sometimes the banter and the disagreements, you could see the respect that the speaker and leadership have for themselves. I believe that, Randy, we should be able to sit around the table to solve this matter. I believe very strongly that we should be able to solve this matter. It has gone to court. The Supreme Court has pronounced a verdict. I am praying that this will be the end of the issue. Let's all come together and go back to Parliament and deal with the issues.
When are you going back to Parliament?
As I said, we are waiting for leadership's direction. But I believe very strongly that the verdict by the Supreme Court should bring conclusion to this matter. And leadership should bring their experience to bear, come together, find a solution to this matter. So we move on, Randy.